Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's the Apple Professional. Today we're going to talk about Apple because I'm an Apple fanboy and I like Apple. Before that, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button as it does help my channel. Okay, so we're going to talk about how Apple is always the king and how they're always on top. They just got that throne, they're just chilling on that throne. They're a $1 trillion company. So, let's talk. Let's talk, all right? Okay. So, I have been noticing a pattern with most of the companies that replicate Apple. Some of their products may look similar to Apple's, or they may have a feature that Apple doesn't, or something like that. And wherever these companies go and do that, they look bad in the end. Many companies think when they copy Apple, they can achieve their success, but the hard and cold truth companies, listen everyone. Samsung, I'm looking at you. The hard and cold truth is that no one can take Apple's magic, Apple's just Apple. Apple is Apple. And they're a really good and polished company with lots of Apple magic. And they have that to achieve success. And every single company that tries to copy Apple, their plan backfires. And as I said before, if you remember, Google launched a new set of Pixel phones in 2016 or 2017. I don't even remember, but they were like, oh, our phones still have the headphone jack. And, by saying that, they were trying to look better than Apple by including the headphone jack. I mean, a feature this was removed with the iPhone 7 at the time. And like a year later, the next version of Pixel phones did not have the headphone jack, which was the most ironic thing ever. And this pattern has me pondering, how does Apple manage to always be the king, always on the top, with all this stuff? And then, is it their Apple magic? Let's take another example, a more recent one perhaps. Apple removes the iPhone charger from the iPhone's box. And then Samsung goes and does the same thing. It's kind of like a pattern now, but the charger wasn't the only thing that Samsung removed from the box. They also removed some other features as well, such as the micro SD card slot. Sorry, I don't even know how to pronounce that. So, basically, it's like Apple does something like removing the headphone jack. Another company, such as Samsung, laughs and makes fun of them, and then they do it as well in the future. What kind of ideology is that, bro? It's hilarious because the same thing occurred now with Samsung. They tweeted things that made fun of Apple removing the charger from their box. They had pictures of the charging brick in their posts, and they wrote, "Included with your Galaxy." And then back then, Google said, "We still have the headphone jack." And now Samsung had said, "We still have the charger." And then you may ask why these companies do things like this when they know. So basically, Samsung knows, they know they had already followed, why would they do things when they already followed Apple's footsteps? It's really simple. It's just a marketing tactic that would increase the phone sales during that short period of time before they launched their new phones. After the iPhone 12 launched, Samsung purposely made those tweets in hope of receiving more sales from the Samsung Galaxy S20, despite already planning to remove the charger in the Samsung Galaxy S21 they were going to release a few months later. I mean, you could argue that Apple plans to bring back Touch ID and the screen with the next generation of iPhones when other companies have already implemented that feature. But Apple did not go and make fun of anyone. They're just bringing back an old feature, a little too late. They don't make fun of anyone. They don't go and tweet out saying, "Oh, look, Samsung did this, Samsung did that, I did that, he did this, blah, 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 blah." They don't go and do that. And, this isn't relevant to the tactics of other companies. Apple will always be king because they're the starting point. They're like the starting domino out of all of the dominoes. They need to make a change for the market to make changes to their products. It's like if a king tells his subjects to do something a specific way, they will replicate his way because they know that is the correct way to do whatever they have to do, and they trust the king. Apple's changes are always very powerful and impactful, and I would say that Apple can change the market if this sort of pattern continues. Now, after Samsung released their new phones, they delete the old tweets that made fun of Apple previously, and they will act as if nothing wrong had occurred, as if they were an innocent company that had never taunted Apple in the first place. So, in conclusion, this whole pattern leads to Apple having the power to do this kind of change in the market because they know what other companies are gonna do. They know they do what will happen. They know what will go on. So, that's pretty much it for the video. That is why Apple will always be the king, always have the power, the reins on the on the market. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section below, and I will get back to you. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as they do help the growth of my channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out till then.